You've got one day to do everything worthwhile in Disney's Animal Kingdom. So where do you go? What do you prioritize? How do you make the most out of your limited time? We got the best strategies for Disney's Animal Kingdom that we're going to share with you today here on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Vlog. Now I feel like Animal Kingdom flies under the radar for so many people, and it really shouldn't, because this Disney World park is probably the most relaxing and least confusing park you can visit in 2024, which is saying a lot since we've been hit with a lot of confusing changes lately. Isn't that right, Multipass? So my goal for you today is to give you the highlights of Animal Kingdom while also showing you how to incorporate even more into your park visit than you might have thought was possible. So first up, maybe you need a serotonin boost. We all need that. So baby animals is where it's at. That is the best strategy for your Animal Kingdom day, seeing baby animals and just getting immensely happy about it. This past year has brought several new bouncing bundles of wildlife joy into Animal Kingdom. So let's highlight a couple of the newcomers so you'll know who to be on the lookout for during your next visit. At the start of 2024, Animal Kingdom started off the year strong with the arrival of 3 new baby cotton-top tamarins. Tamarins are among the smallest of primates and are generally found in the tropical forests of northwestern Colombia. They're known for their wild hairdos, but so am I when I roll out of bed in the morning. And you're going to be able to find this tiny family of primates over in the Discovery Island area. Back in February, baby elephant Cora made her debut in Animal Kingdom, so you might be able to see her during Kilimanjaro safaris accompanied by her mama Nadira. By the way, this isn't the end of the new baby elephant arrivals. Disney announced that we will be seeing not 1, but 2 more baby elephants join the Animal Kingdom family in 2025. So basically that news alone was worth clicking on this video, right? Right? Now, this summer, a new Hartman's Mountain foal joined the zebra herd at Disney World. This new baby was born to second-time mom Juno and joins her sister Cricket out on the Kilimanjaro Safari Savannah, and I believe there are more baby zebras on the way. Then there's Elijah the okapi, who was actually born in October 2023, but made his official debut on the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail at the beginning of this year. Now, here's a fun fact about our new little guy, Elijah. He's named after a cast member who's worked at Disney World for 50 years. Cast member Elijah started working in Magic Kingdom in 1973 and then transferred to the Horticulture Department of Animal Kingdom when it opened in 1998. He helps create and maintain the habitats for all the animals in Animal Kingdom, and according to Disney, Elijah's passion and dedication to his role has made him a cherished cast member, and what better way to honor him than to name a rare okapi after him? I mean, that is goals. If I ever get a baby animal named after me, I'm here for it. Now, how about when you're using early theme park entry? That's right, we're done with serotonin, we're done with baby animals, and now it's time for the legit planning. So Animal Kingdom may normally close earlier than all the other parks do, but more often than not, it also opens earlier than the other parks too. And if you got early theme park entry on your side, it's going to open even earlier for you. Early theme park entry is available for all guests staying at a Disney-owned hotel and gives you the opportunity to enter any of the parks on any day 30 minutes before the general public. Typically, Animal Kingdom opens around 8 a.m. daily, but that time could change, so it's always a good idea to check Disney's park calendar on the Disney World website and make sure that's still going to be the case during your visit. If that is going to be the case, then all you Disney hotel guests out there will have the opportunity to start your Animal Kingdom day as early as 7:30, which means you'll get a head start to all the popular rides. So here's the big question. Where should you start your day when you've got early theme park entry on your side? Many folks use this time to get in line for rides in the Pandora section, like Flight of Passage and Navi River Journey, because those are usually the most popular rides in the park. While the lines will still look pretty busy for this one early on in the day, Flight of Passage specifically, it might help you bypass how long they're going to get as the day goes on, especially if you're not planning on using lightning lanes to help you out. You might also want to use this time to ride other attractions like Expedition Everest or Dinosaur, since everyone else will be in Pandora, meaning these other rides are going to be walk-ons. But what about Kilimanjaro Safaris and Kali River Rapids? Sorry, Charlie, these rides aren't available during early theme park entry at this time, so you'll have to wait to get in line for those once the park officially opens for everyone. So Animal Kingdom's rides are fun no matter which row you're seated in, but they're even better when you're in the best rows. In many cases, you can request a certain ride row before you board, and a cast member will have you wait off to the side so you can get the seat you want the most. This isn't necessarily a foolproof plan, and depending on what cast members have been told to do that day, you may not be able to wait for the row that you're standing there crossing your fingers for. But it never hurts to ask, and more than likely, cast members will be able to work something out for you. So here's our DFB official list of all the Animal Animal Kingdom rides and their best seats. No cap. I still don't know if people say no cap. It's probably not cool. Anyway, you can tell me what lingo I should use now. I have a 10-year-old and I don't understand anything he says. Okay, Flight of Passage. Similar to Soarin' over in Epcot, Flight of Passage means different groups of riders are split across multiple rooms and ride rows that are all looking at the exact same screen. If you don't get prone to motion sickness super easily, try looking around the next time you ride and see what I mean. There are a lot more people flying on the back of a Banshee alongside you than just the folks in your own little room. Truthfully, even the worst seats for Flight of Passage aren't that bad. You don't even have to worry about feet dangling above you like you do with Soarin'. But your best chance at the best view of the screen is to ask the cast member towards the front of the line if you can be placed as close to the middle as possible. They might, heavy on the might here, be able to lead you to the best screen rooms up front and center. Now, Na'vi River Journey. Again, it's hard to find a bad seat on Na'vi, but the front of the boat tends to be where we personally prefer to be, since you get to take in all that beauty of the immersive world of Pandora without any heads threatening to block your view straight on or people checking their phone and stuff. For Dinosaur, there are two types of dinosaur riders in this world, those who are terrified of the Carnotaurus at the end and those who love him. Just sort me into the terrified category, thank you very much. Now, if you love that big old dino dude, then make sure you sit on the right side of whatever row you're assigned. If you'd prefer to be as far away from Mr. Dino as possible, though, go to the far left. Now, on Triceratops Spin, it does not matter which Triceratops you sit in. It matters way more if you're sitting in the front row or the back row. The front seat controls move your Triceratops up and down, but the back controls tilt him back and forth. So talk it over with your ride buddy to figure out who's going to be in charge of which mechanic before you ride. Now, Expedition Everest. The best seat really depends on what you want from this high-speed coaster. If you want the best views, the front row's where it's at. But if you want your coaster experience to be a little faster and more thrilling, the back row might be a better option, though you'll technically be in the back row for a bit if you're in the front row section of this ride when you go flying backwards, so maybe the front row is just the best overall. Although I will say from a motion sickness perspective, any seat here is going to be problematic. And especially if you're in the front row and you're going backwards very fast, that can really mess with your equilibrium and your tummy. On Kilimanjaro safaris, the far right-hand side and far left-hand side are definitely going to give you the best views across the savannah with minimum obstruction. It really stinks when you're in the middle of a row. Just keep in mind that your young kids have to sit in the middle of the row for safety reasons at all times. They can't be on the outsides of the rows. These kids can still sit as close to an adult as possible who's on the far left or right, but you'll need to make sure they're not trying to stand up in the middle of the ride for a better look, since your driver will have to stop the vehicle until everyone's reseated again. And Kali River Rapids, looky here, this is a circular family raft ride that spins around on its own, and that means there's no telling which seat is going to keep you semi-dry and which one's going to get you soaked. No two rides or seats are the same, so when you board this one, you board it knowing what you're about to get yourself into. Best of luck. So lots of folks deem Animal Kingdom as the best park to use those park hopper add-ons. And while I myself could just stick around Animal Kingdom all day long, rotating between Nomad Lounge and the various animal walking trails, this could be a solid game plan for you if your Disney vacation is only going to be 2 to 3 days long. It's also a good plan if you're wanting to see a nighttime spectacular on the evening of your Animal Kingdom visit, since at the moment, Animal Kingdom does not have a nighttime spectacular that you need to plan your evening around. Normally, AK is going to close as early as 6 to 8 p.m. depending on when you're visiting. So if you want to keep the night going, you can always jump on a Disney bus over to one of the other parks to experience their nighttime fireworks show, since the other parks tend to stay open until 9 to 11 p.m., again, depending on when you're there. Another good reason to park hop from Animal Kingdom, to make the most out of your multi-pass purchase. Multi-pass is a huge topic that we've already made several videos about, which you should check out when you get the chance to if you want to use this ride line bypassing service and get your money's worth out of it during your upcoming trip. But just to give you the most basic summary, MultiPass is what replaced Disney Genie Plus, which is what replaced FastPass not too terribly long ago. So while MultiPass still uses lightning lanes to help you bypass those standard ride queues, it also gives you the chance to pre-select 3 lightning lanes before your visit instead of having to make all those lightning lane selections on the specific day you're there. So there are 2 important things you need to keep in mind when you purchase MultiPass for your Animal Kingdom day. First, Animal Kingdom does not use a tier system. What do I mean mean by that? Well, in each of the other parks, multi-pass selections are broken up into 2 tiers. You can pre-select 1 lightning lane from the top tier, those are the most popular rides, and your other 2 lightning lanes or all 3 from the second tier. But in the case of Animal Kingdom, tiers don't exist, so you can pre-select any 3 multi-pass attractions that you want. Note, this does not include Flight of Passage since it is a single or a la carte lightning lane option that you'll need to purchase separately. Second thing, Animal Kingdom typically has the cheapest multi-pass prices each day. That's right, the parks are priced according to popularity, and Animal Kingdom, sadly, the least popular park at the moment. So he's a little cheaper, which means you can totally use that to your advantage if you're gonna be park hopping. You know how much we love our hypothetical scenarios. I just always think an illustration is easier than me simply talking at you, so let's shift into hypothetical overdrive. Let's say I'm planning to start my day in Animal Kingdom, but I'll be park hopping to Hollywood Studios later on. A multi-pass for Animal Kingdom is gonna cost me maybe $16 per person, while Hollywood Studios could cost me $22 per person. But since I'm gonna start my day by booking 3 lightning lanes at Animal Kingdom, I only have to worry about that $16 price tag. Still with me? Good. If you ever get lost, just drop your questions down in the comments and we'll clarify. Okay, back to Animal Kingdom. In my little hypothetical scenario, I'm gonna book Navi River Journey for 10 a.m., Kilimanjaro Safaris for 11:30, and Kali River Rapids for 2. Not a bad catch right there. Now, when I scan into my first lightning lane of the day at 10 a.m., I can book another lightning lane immediately after that, since I can hold up to 3 lightning lanes all day long. Now, if I purchased a Park Hopper add-on before my visit, I'll have the option to book any day of lightning lanes for any of the other parks, even though I initially paid for the cheapest Animal Kingdom multi-pass service. The main downside for this little money-saving hack is that the lightning lanes over in Hollywood Studios might have fewer options available by the time I can start booking lightning lanes there too. So you'll need to talk about the pros and cons with your group and decide if the park hopper privilege is really going to be a privilege in the long run, or if it's going to wind up weighing you down. There's no right or wrong answer, it's just whatever works best for your itinerary. Okay, good news everybody, we did just recently upgrade our free Animal Kingdom quick guide with all the latest Disney World updates, so you can have the digital companion to refer to while making your 2024 Animal Kingdom plans. Just scan the QR code you see on the screen now or head to disneyfoodblog.com/Animal Kingdom after this. Okay, so what if you don't want to leave Animal Kingdom early? I know, it can be hard to leave Animal Kingdom, I really do, but depending on your future Disney hotel stay, you might not have to leave the park as early as you thought you would. Yep, extended evening hours are coming back. EEH extended evening hours are available for deluxe resort guests only and give you the option to stay in select parks on certain nights a couple of hours after they close for everyone else. For a while there, Animal Kingdom was pretty hesitant to offer this benefit too, because Animal Kingdom likes to go to bed early, and I don't blame them. However, according to the My Disney Experience app calendar, the kickoff of DAC's returned extended evening hours will be on Friday, October 11th, 2024 from 6 to 8 p.m. So, as always, make sure to check the Disney World events calendar before your trip so you can plan your upcoming deluxe resort stay to align with Animal Kingdom's extended evening hour dates. So what if you want to savor the time you have left with Dino Land? Hate to bring down the vibes, y'all, but the countdown to extinction clock is ticking for Dino Land USA, and we gotta soak in all that prehistoric goodness for the rest of 2024 while we've still got it. So here's the quick recap in case you're not sure why we're shedding a tear over this carnival full of dinos. Disney is busy preparing to re-theme the whole Dino Land area into the tropical Americas, which will include popular characters and architecture inspired by movies like Encanto and Indiana Jones. Now, when is this officially happening? Well, soon. They're gonna break ground soon, and the whole thing's gonna be happening in phases, but we don't have specifics yet. In the meantime, here's everything you need to do in Dino Land USA before that countdown to extinction is finally up, whenever that might be. First, run around the boneyard with your kiddos. This is a playground themed around a dino dig site with slides and rope courses and bridges and tunnels and lots of other energy burning activities that your kids won't have to wait in line to do. This was the best when I had a little boy. He loved it in here. Now, you can win a dino at the Fossil Fun Games. This is where you get one of those Dino Land plushies that you can't get anywhere else. You can't even buy them in the stores. And you win them at the Fossil Fun Carnival style game stations. You can purchase the vouchers for these games at Chester and Hester's Dino Treasures. Now, Dinosaur is definitely the highlight attraction of this area. We're gonna blast into the past to help help Dr. Seeker save a dinosaur from the brink of extinction. This is soon going to be rethemed into an Indiana Jones ride about a Mayan temple, so go get that dino while you still can. Now, this may not be the most revolutionary ride out there, but Triceratops Spin operates in the same vein as Dumbo the Flying Elephant and rarely ever racks up much of a wait. It will be going when the retheme happens, so ride it if you love it. And we're crossing our fingers that some of these snacks carry over into the tropical Americas. There's a good chance we might have to say goodbye, though, to some of our favorite sweet and savory Dinoland snacks after 2024 wraps up. This includes stuff like the buffalo chicken chips from Trilo Bites, the ice cream cookie sandwiches from Dino Bite Snacks, and all those specialty dino-themed cocktails over at the Restaurantosaurus Lounge. So get over there while you can and try those snacks or have them for the last time. Now, what if you want the most chill day ever? This is absolutely how I like to enjoy Animal Kingdom, and if I promise you a chill day, I'm gonna give you a chill day. If you're looking for a completely stress-free visit around Animal Kingdom, there's a mini itinerary for the most low-key and relaxing parts of each section of this park. We're gonna start at the front gates and leisurely work our way around, which means we're starting in the oft-overlooked Oasis section. Here you can explore different Oasis animal exhibits featuring animals like babirussas, spoonbills, and anteaters, while also crossing that underrated rope bridge, which I actually did with my mom when she was in a wheelchair, so that was a thing. Anyway, to find the rope bridge, you're gonna need to take that left side pathway when you first enter the park, and once you walk across it, you'll come out into a rock cave that's directly facing the Tree of Life. Now, this is a great segue into the Discovery Island area. Between the Discovery Island animal trails and the Winged Encounters show that happens throughout the day in front of the Tree of Life with all those macaws, Discovery Island gives you plenty of chances to just slow down and enjoy the moment. But if you've been following DFB for any amount of time, like even if you just joined our little family last week, you know just how much I love chilling at Nomad Lounge. This lounge is so peaceful whether you're sitting inside or out on the wraparound patio, and has several high-quality lounge bites and specialty cocktails for you to choose from. The most stressful part of Nomad is making sure you join the walk-up wait list as soon as it goes live, since you won't be able to make reservations for this place ahead of time. But as long as you put your name in via the My Disney Experience app or in person over at the Nomad Lounge host stand, you should in theory be good to go, especially if you do it early at like 10:30 or 11 a.m. And what's more relaxing than petting Disney's cutest animals? If you take a ride on the Wildlife Express train, you can reach Rafiki's Planet Watch and visit the Affection section. This has all sorts of creatures ready to befriend you, including goats and sheep and bulls and even a celebrity pig. Fun fact, Charlotte, the Kunekune pig who lives in the Affection section, was actually studied when she was just a piglet by Disney animators who were working on Moana. So baby Charlotte is actually the key inspiration that inspired Moana's sidekick Pua. Small world, right? Now, the Asia section of Animal Kingdom might be the only part of AK that has a high-speed roller coaster, but don't count it out when it comes to tranquility. The Maharaja Jungle Trek is a self-guided tour that takes you through an animal line trail featuring native Asian species like tigers and bats and lots of birds and a giant Komodo dragon too. And I just think the detail on this particular stroll is gorgeous. You can spend so much time just checking out the Imagineering here. And after all that walking and exploring, you're probably going to be famished, so stop inside Restaurantosaurus over in Dinoland, USA for a quick bite to eat. This restaurant can get pretty poppin', especially around peak lunchtime, but if you eat later in the afternoon, you might find that our favorite seat in the dining room, the Airstream table, is open and inviting you to chill there for a little bit. Now, what makes this Airstream even better is the nearby jukebox that plays all real music that could fit into the dino theme. Hall & Oates Maneater, anyone? Or maybe She Blinded Me with Science is more your jam? Admittedly, Pandora is probably the most stressful section of the park, despite those gorgeous waterfalls, but that's more because of the crowds for the rides and less because of the area itself. If you're visiting during a time of year when the sun will set before you leave the park, make sure to head back to Pandora at the end of your day so you can see it transform with soothing bioluminescent lights. Now, of course, if you know DFB, you know that this is always a part of our strategies for the parks. What if you need to find the best bathrooms? It's time to talk about one of my favorite topics. Call me weird if you want, but you'll be thanking me when you're in the middle of your Animal Kingdom Park day, desperate for a bathroom with a little more privacy. You'll be like, AJ said this is the best bathroom. I guarantee it. First up, let's go to the Big Blue World. Sorry, Bria keeps making me sing. That's not another name for the bathroom. That's literally where we're going. Over by the Finding Nemo Big Big Blue and Beyond Theater. When the Finding Nemo show is in session, these bathrooms are amazing. They're nice and quiet and kept squeaky clean. However, once the show lets out, it's one of the first places everyone heads to, so only use this bathroom if Finding Nemo is in the middle of a show, and not at the fishtail end of it. Now, if you find yourself in Pandora with a restroom emergency, hit up the restrooms near Pandora's entrance instead of the ones deeper into this land near the Pongu Pongu snack stand. Why? Because the further you get into Pandora, the more crowded the restrooms become. Plus, if you're over by Pongu Pongu, then you're dealing with everybody who just got out of Flight of Passage and they've been waiting in line for 3 hours, and you get it. But the Pandora restrooms that you'll find when you're coming into the land are well hidden because your eyes are naturally drawn to so many other things that are visually bombarding you. So many people just walk right on past these bathrooms. Now, if you need a bathroom pronto, you might not want to take the Wildlife Express train all the way over to Rafiki's Planet Watch, but if you're already over in that area, these bathrooms get bonus points because they're indoors, away from most of the Animal Kingdom crowd, and have nice, crisp, and frosty air conditioning. Plus, the back of each bathroom door has animal poop trivia, and if that's not quality entertainment, then I don't know what is. Now, if you've already been standing in line for Flight of Passage for a good long while, then suddenly all that jungle juice has decided to run its course, if you know what I mean, you'll be happy to know that you don't have to fully get out of line and backtrack all the way into the park again. There's actually a mid-queue restroom inside Flight of Passage located sort of kind of in the middle of the bioluminescent forest area. By the way, can I share a fun yet slightly scary Animal Kingdom bathroom trivia fact with you? I'm hoping you said yes, because if you didn't, things are about to get awkward. Now, Animal Kingdom is the only park with doors with locks on them leading into the bathrooms. But why is that? Well, bathrooms have doors with locks on them in this park in case an animal breaks out of their enclosure and guests need to take shelter. In this situation, you would be able to run to the nearest bathroom and lock and bolt the door. So essentially, the lock's there to protect you in the case of real-life animal stampedes. Now, don't get too stressed over this fun fact. It's just a safety precaution, and it's very unlikely you'll ever have to use this tidbit of information, ever. Now, you'll actually see this same measure of precaution installed at many zoos across the states as well. It's just a general safety feature to protect you when large animals are on the premises. Now, you might have heard about seasonal shakes at Hollywood Studios, or rotating spring roll flavors at Magic Kingdom, or even lots of different festival booth goodies all around Epcot, but don't for a second underestimate Animal Kingdom's ability to come up with limited time snacks too. When it comes to snacks, Animal Kingdom does not pull punches. This is one of the best parks for food. And when the holidays roll around, several of Animal Kingdom's snack stands and quick services like to join the seasonal fun. So where can you go to potentially find exclusive treats and eats around Animal Kingdom? Well, I'm gonna show ya. At Restaurantosaurus and Pizzafari and Flame Tree Barbecue, you're often gonna find seasonal cupcakes like the Menagerie gingerbread cupcake we saw last year with the cutest little polar bear on top. He's been back a couple of years in a row. The bakery display cases at Creature Comforts often have limited time treats as well, along with seasonal Starbucks drink selections like we saw this summer with the Summer Berry Refresher. And speaking of bakery display cases, Zuri's Sweet Shop, aka the main confection area of the park, not only has animal themed treats you can pick up year-round, but also provides a seasonal selection of treats too. Think of these like a holiday overlay, but for Rice Krispie treats and candied apples and cake pops and more. And remember, you can get those Werther's original goodies here as well. Now keep in mind, this is just a very small list of possible places you'll be able to find exclusive Animal Kingdom snacks during your upcoming vacation, but if you want guaranteed locations and snacks as the holidays continue to approach, please make sure to sign up for our free DFB newsletter. We're going to let you know as soon as we learn about every single solitary new and returning offering on the Disney World snack scene. And of course, we're going to go eat them all and report on them all as well. Okay, everybody, let's share the Animal Kingdom love. What is your favorite part about Animal Kingdom? Or if you're about to visit for the first time ever, what are you looking forward to seeing the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to head over to disneyfoodblog.com/Animal Kingdom to pick up your free quick guide today. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.